So I know it's been about a week since the Indiana Jones announcement and how they're getting a new video game. I kind of wanted to hold off because the gameplay looked pretty decent. But I was holding out because I had an idea something like this would eventually come up real soon. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle dev confirms Microsoft exclusive being developed for a modern audience. And if we've learned anything over the last couple of years, it's that modern audience means it's going to be woke and shit. So let's get into it. And essentially let's get into it. In essentially torpedoing any hope the game might have focused on delivering an adventure fit for the fedora-wearing hero, the senior narrative designer behind the upcoming Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has confirmed that a hero's long-awaited return to the realm of video games is being explicitly developed for a modern gaming audience. Which means there are going to be women in there saving Indiana Jones. He's going to be a bumbling idiot, and he's going to be incapable of doing anything his damn self. Helmed by Wolfenstein Revival series devs Machine Games and featuring story penned by Bethesda studio director Todd Howard himself, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will see players put in first-person control of Indy as voiced by Troy Baker, as he attempts to explore, whip, and brawl his way in a globe-spanning quest to stop the villainous Emmerich Voss, as voiced by Mario Gavrilis. All right, I don't care who it's acted by, because at this point, I just want to read what they had to say about it. All right, so first announced in 2021, players were not given the first look at Indiana Jones and the Great Circle for 3 years. Its world premiere eventually taking place during Bethesda Studios' parent company's Microsoft January 18th, 2024 developer. Yeah, got that. You know what? Hold on. We haven't watched the gameplay trailer, so if you haven't seen the gameplay trailer, here's why I waited to do a video on it.
I've had run-ins with these guys before.
Oh, that music's absolutely going to get me copyrighted.
Walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up? Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chirkulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
And just like any game or movie, I usually assume that is the best out of the video game. They pick their very best to show off. However, while the trailer did its job by sparking excitement players across the internet, this reception was quickly dulled by a separate game overview released by Machine Games. Therein, following a hope-inspiring declaration from the game's cinematic producer, Mitra Ashkanfar, that they rightly observed Indy as being an archaeologist, a charismatic everyman, passionate and determined, and synonymous with adventure. Okay, that sounds good so far. Fans hope that the Great Circle would avoid the industry's current obsession with heavy-handed, player-scolding narratives were dashed by senior narrative director Edward Curtis Siva's subsequent expression over excitement towards the fact that now we have a chance to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. All right, timestamp 5 minutes. Here we go.
He's a brilliant archaeologist. He's a charismatic everyman. He's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones.
The first two people talking tells me everything I need to know about this game. If they had not put this out, I might have actually bought it and would have been very depressed later on.
Story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples.
All right, I don't think I need to watch any more of this trash. I think that's enough to give you guys a gist of why this game's going to be absolute trash. All right, back to the article. And though the fact would normally warrant little more than an eye of caution towards the game's development, in light of Curtis's admission, hopes that the game would avoid contemporary storytelling pitfalls were even further buried when Machine Games introduced the game's second main protagonist, Gina, as portrayed by Alessandra Mastronardi. Yeah, and she's the one telling him to keep up because, she's a strong, independent woman who don't need no fucking man, who can do this all without Indy. He's just a side character. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery. Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for a long time now, and she has found an ally in the determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of the mystery. No, Indy doesn't need people. He wants to bring people who want to help, but Indy doesn't need help. So yeah, that's typically why I'll wait to make videos on stuff, because, I started doing that. As soon as something came out, I'd make a video, and then the next day I'd have to make another video doing corrections because we found something else out. And then the third day I have to do other videos because we found out the developers came out and said this is just going to be woke as shit. And then the fourth day they'd be like, oh, we're retracting that, we're changing it. And then the game wouldn't come out for a while. Yeah, I know there was a lot to say, but that's why I wait to make videos. So at least my videos are accurate, and I'm not always trying to correct the fucking record. Because then that's all my channel is. So yeah, I have zero hope for this game. Between the dev team being the weird Karens with the rainbow colors and the transgender pronouns, their statements on how, modern audiences and, modern politics in a game, because we don't have anything else other than to inject our politics into everything because we're not creative. And if we're going to be completely honest, Todd Howard doesn't put out a game that isn't FUBAR on release, so I have a feeling we'll have lots of time to hear about how bad the Indiana Jones game is doing. But in the meantime, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. With the devs coming out the way they are, do you think we have any hope of this being a good game? Maybe you have a differing opinion from mine. Let me know. But while you're in the comment section, make sure you drop that like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.